Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to X-Men the Animated Series Season 1, Episode 3, titled Enter Magneto. Cyclops, Storm, and Wolverine face off with Magneto. Just short, simple, doesn't give away too much of what this episode is, but also tells us who our main players are and who the main antagonist is. Well, I don't know. Like, I haven't actually seen much with Magneto in relation to this show. Like, I know there's that meme where Charles makes him relive the Holocaust, and I'm pretty sure there's also an Onslaught arc in this, though that may have been a different show. But yeah, I don't actually know much of Magneto's story in this. I assume it's going to be Brotherhood of Mutants for the majority of it, but guess we'll find out. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. It is Onslaught, yeah, that fusion of Magneto and Charles. Just double check that. Sentient psionic entity created from the consciousness of two extremely powerful mutants. So it's not technically a fusion in the way I thought it was, but it's still a fusion. I wonder if this will get updated when the team expands, or if this is like the main team for the majority of the show. Because you do notice that Morph isn't on there. Also, I haven't really been paying attention as to who's in the Brotherhood side of the opening, so I don't know who those players are going to be. So they didn't. I thought Beast was in the same facility as Jubilee. That's not Wolverine. You know, I wasn't expecting Magneto to be the one breaking him out. Though I guess does make sense in a way. Really showcasing a lot of Magneto's abilities in this small scene. Because, I mean, not many um, showcases of Magneto have him forming electromagnetic shields around himself. Also, showing that it's the exact same thing he uses to fly. Mm, hmm. So they don't have the psychic shielding in his helmet. I mean, to be fair, that actually usually isn't the case, from what I remember from my older comics. If you would let me get to it. Who let them take food into a courthouse? Dang it, Victor, what are you doing here? You don't really want him in the X Mansion. Hmm. I mean, that's a fair point. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Well, I mean, that's one way to get over a wall. That is another. Wolverine really should have stayed there to keep an eye on um, Sabretooth. Because he's not going to be of much help here. Hmm. No, he knows where they're going to. How does Cerebro know the computers? Oh, right, because it's targeted radio, of course. Well, let's send him into the water. That. So I'm assuming that what Cerebro knows about the computer is purely the fact that, oh, it's just targeted at this same place. Hmm. So it seems all of these are going to be effectively two-parters. Because this one said to be continued as well. And, well, considering the synopsis for the next episode speaks of Magneto as well, I guess. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Especially considering this being. Then again, cartoons back then were more serialized than ones nowadays. Plus, this was probably a teen aimed one, so they're more serialized even than just standard cartoons. So I don't know why I didn't think there'd be like an overarching story, or really I didn't think there'd be much connectivity between episodes, but this is picking up after the last one because, well, Beast got captured in the last one and he's still captured in this one. So, yeah. I was going to go back. Okay. So I'm looking at the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. You've got Magneto, you've got Juggernaut, you've got Mystique, Sabretooth. I think that's Pyro based on the color scheme. Is that Warbird? No, Thunderbird. Yeah, it's Thunderbird. When was Thunderbird an evil mutant? I knew I recognized that outfit. Especially with the T insignia, but yeah. I don't remember him. I thought he was X-Men, or at least worked alongside them. And I'm not sure who the big guy in the white armor or the small pink guy in green. Was it Thunderbird or... Warpath. Could be Warpath. That sounds more like a Brotherhood. No, because he's listed as a X-Men ally. He's listed as a X-Men. Well, that's definitely one of them. I guess we can just search Brotherhood of Mutants. Oh, it's Avalanche. That's who the big guy is. Okay. I do know of him. I just didn't recognize the outfit. Okay. Oh, that's still Not sure who the little guy is, but anyway, this was very an introduction to, well, probably the main villain. I'm going to assume for the third, like the first season, I'm not sure if he's going to be like. You'd think he'd be the overarching one, with there be like focused on ones for different seasons, and then he's like the first and final. Because I do know Mr. Sinister comes into this eventually. I know Apocalypse comes into this eventually. But this is our first mutant threat. He breaks Beast out of prison, or tries to, in the hopes of recruiting him. He then sends Sabretooth to Beast's trial to again try and break him out, by the scenes of it, because I don't think Sabretooth would have been acting on his own, and he did say to let Beast go. I wonder what havoc Sabretooth is going to wreak at the X-Mansion now that he's there. And yeah, we got to see a lot of Magneto's powers, including some of the lesser known ones. My camera stopped. Don't know what happened there. The USB hub that all my streaming stuff is plugged into just sort of cut out. So yeah, camera froze, microphone went out. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, most people think that Magneto can just fly. No, he uses the electromagnetic fields on Earth to sort of levitate himself. He uses his power to levitate himself on those frequencies, and that's how he flies. In this, it was more shown as a bubble that he builds around himself or other people. He can also use that defensively as a shield. And yeah, you don't normally see that. Especially the shielding part. But they showed him also just using his control over the magnetism in a variety of different ways. My camera's stuttering, so I think I may have to cut this short and restart my computer. But yeah, it was a good introduction to Magneto. I'm surprised that Beast is still in holding. I would have thought that it is possible that by the end of the second part of this thing that ruling gets overturned, but who knows, that may be a few episodes in the future. Excuse me. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.